peja anashuka, acha peja. Anashuka kidogo tu, coordinate na peja.
I can't because it will interrupt what is going on. Yes, of course. It will interrupt the mission. We assume it will interrupt, allow us to continue. You convene your meeting elsewhere, meet people elsewhere, but not using 1 minute. But at the moment it interrupts. It interrupts Mission Raila. It interrupts. It interrupts because we know what when you start talking things will start unfolding. We after clearing the work we are doing, we can allow you to come. A day to come. We are not destroying. We are not destroying. We are doing the exact thing what was required to be done. Bringing the land back to the original place.
But it is not the work of the police. It's a private property. The people demolishing are doing the private property. It's not the government's work. It's not the government's work.
Joseph, I think there is a middle ground here.
We drive through these Azimio leaders.
I cannot.
Hata chakula mnakataza.
I cannot. Mheshimiwa knew what happened when he came last Sunday.
What happened?
He knows himself, he can tell you.
What happened? I came in and you refused me to talk to people?
You told yourself people chased you away.
How?
They told you, leave us alone, we are peaceable, we don't require you at this hour. That's exactly what happened. Now we come in big delegation like this. We can't, everything will go wrong there. And people are very, very peaceful.
Even us,
they want just assistance to be guided to remove their things.
Because we are also peaceful people. What we are saying is this, there's a middle ground. Just 1 minute.
The way you have formed yourselves up,
1 minute only.
there is an indicator, something will not be.
1 minute only, I want to explain.
Just listen to Prime Minister.
We are opposition leaders. We are the government. The government on one side, we are on this other side. You need to respect the opposition. We are not destructive people.
It is respected, Mheshimiwa. It's only that it's not timely.
Our supporters.
It's not timely.
We want to just
What is the best time to come?
What's the best time to come?
What is the best time to come, Joseph?
Until I conclude the operation.
When are you concluding
The timeline, my timeline is yet to go.
Well, when do you anticipate you'll conclude there? Because we will come back. There's no problem.
Hopefully
Now,
next
Afande, let me ask you. I'm the area member of parliament. This is a governor Machakos.
No problem.
This
You came yourself as an area of parliament.
see,
But you see the kind of the reaction that was there against you.
Just let him answer one question.
Yeah.
When do we anticipate that this process will go?
Probably leave it until next week.
Next week.
Yes.
No, but we are allowed as civilians to go and see. We are not interfering with
The
the
time
work
to see
going on.
is not yet. The operation is still
we
going
are
on.
not
A lot of
interfering.
activities are going on there.
We are not interfering with whatever they are doing. But we are entitled
It's
to
a
go
direct
and see.
interference because who are you going to see?
want
You are
to-
seeing the person who is removing his own belongings,
want
telling him to stop, come and hear what he wants to say.
No. That's not what we are here to do.
That's
We
exactly
want
what
to
you're
talk
going
to the country about what is going on here. And we are not allowed to stop us. Because it is not a government operation.
This is not a context between the government. It's not a context between the government and the opposition. This is just a simple thing. If I confused him as the area MP and you as the council and now as you as the governor, you just see same status.
Joseph, it's fine.
I
think what we can do.
Thank you.
Joseph, just 1 minute. Don't go away. Don't run away from us.
You have
We are
concluded.
just talking.
Listen, this one, Joseph, let me tell you. This might define your own future and the future of your
No
children.
problem to that. That comes
Just
in,
because the
I'm an
president
employee.
alikuja akapeana amri, that's what you're following blindly.
Nani amefanya amri?
Of course, he gave orders here.
Who?
He the president
I was
mwenyewe.
not in the meeting.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. But you're following what was
And then-
communicated.
What we do, leaders, because you know these guys, they just want to cause an unnecessary confrontation.
Yeah.
We will tell them that we respect whatever decision they have made, but we need to speak to the country from here. There's no need for them to get confrontational at all, because we are not confrontational.
Tell you.
Yeah. So you move inside.
Okay.
We're going back. I'm telling you, we're going back. There's no need for you to get confrontational. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, boss. Wapi watu wako watulie tu, si hatuna maneno.
Just chukua tu.
Makao wezi. Makao. 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 No, please. Tulieni boss. Wewe tulia tu. Joseph. Tulia tu.
Kisha baada ya kamani hii tutajenga mpaka msipende. Tutawarushia. Ngoja.
Na unajua kazi itaisha.
Pata nyinyi.
Kenya.
Mheshimiwa Makao, just go. Okay. But I need this vehicle to start. Baba, because of the background, yes.
Has to stop. When we spoke a few days ago in Kithure against demolitions and evictions that were beginning in Mavoko, we had some illusion that there was still existed some humanity, some basic respect for the law and human rights in the Kenya Kwanza regime. We were holding on to the promise Mr. William Ruto made during the campaigns that the forceful evictions and demolition of dwellings would be a thing of the past. It is a fact that in July 2022, during the launch of the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, Ruto promised that he would put to an end the culture of illegal evictions of people and property demolition if elected president. He went on to promise that where necessary, affected people would be provided with enough notice and compensation promptly paid. Well, it is October 2023, and a human tragedy is unfolding before the eyes of Kenyans under Ruto's watch and his loud silence, in fact, order. What has gone on here in Mavoko these past few days is not just inhumane, it is also ungodly. What is going on here is forced eviction, the exact crime Ruto promised to bring to an end in July last year. It's a gross violation of human rights, the right to adequate housing at a time the administration purports to be working to ensure that everyone has shelter. What's going on here indicates a systematic disregard of recognized human rights standards on the part of the state. The affected families, some among the poorest of the poor, and their upcoming middle class, have not only witnessed lifelong savings demolished and crushed to ashes, they have been left to fend for themselves on the streets without basic shelter. Children who are learning in some of the schools here have seen their classrooms flattened into open fields, the upcoming exams standing. A regime whose top leadership never missed an opportunity to show that they are deputies of Christ is presiding over the demolition of houses of worship. The evictions have taken place just as the rains are beginning to set in. They are taking place in bad weather without any compensation, alternative accommodation, or access to safe and secure food, safe drinking water and sanitation, and medical services. The evictions have been accompanied by the excessive use of force by the police and local authorities. See my back. There are reports of injuries and theft of property belonging to the people whose suffering and loss is already too grim. There was definitely no or inadequate prior eviction notice. Kenyans in 2009 evictions and resettlement guidelines require notice to be written or published in the official government gazette 90 days ahead of time. Yet, within minutes of a court ruling, people have lost their homes and their livelihoods. People have been left homeless and destitute, without means of earning a livelihood and with no effective access to legal or other remedies. Nobody gave these people a chance to pursue further legal redress. Someone who seemed to have known how the court was going to rule stood ready to swing into action and inflict maximum pain on residents immediately the ruling was made. Above all, this destruction of life, lifelong savings of people has come at a time that Kenyans are struggling with extremely high taxes, high cost of living, and a collapsing Kenya shilling. Without compensation, those who have lost homes will certainly never be able to rebuild. People have suffered here because of failure of the state to control speculation in land, housing, and property. One thing that's being used against the opposition to the demolitions is that East African Portland Cement owns the land and the titles were fraudulent. We therefore demand investigations and accountability of everyone private and public involved in this. But secondly, know that know that Portland is majority owned by the government. The demolitions, were they necessary? Victims are Kenyans. Was there another solution? Government has always settled people everywhere. We even have a settlement fund to get people land. We had the case of Waitiki land in Likoni, which was resolved by the settlement fund to pay the owner and the unsettled squatters, and that was a private land. Why couldn't this matter be handled the same way? Was this a great and urgent use of the land where demolition was done that so greatly overweighed people's lives and savings? What is the urgent use that could not allow people time to move out by, say, next year? Are there personal interests riding on the guise of public interest? Does the East African Portland Cement understand that there are things people can do to fight back and even end its existence as a company? We are talking about people who most likely use the company's cement to construct houses only for those same houses to be destroyed in the name of the same company. As a party, we, as Azimio, we can't let this continue to go on unchallenged. We are determined to ensure that cruel crime is answered for. Somebody will have to take the responsibility for this bestiality. The Kenya Kwanza administration must immediately halt any further demolitions. It must share with the victims and the country the immediate plans to pay compensation for the property that has been unlawfully destroyed and to find alternative settlement for the victims. This brutality will not go unchallenged. This brutality will have to be answered for and accounted for. If the government does not act, we will help the people to act. Azimio.
Thank you.
Tumeona tumekuja hapa kama wana Kenya na tena kama viongozi wa Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition. Tumeona kwa runinga yale ambayo yalikuwa yanafanyika hapa. Wengine wetu wakiongozwa na kiongozi wetu hapa Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka walikuja hapa wakati mambo ilianza hapa. Walikuja pamoja na gavana wa Vinya wa hapa kaunti ya Machakos. Wakajaribu kushawishi watu ili wawe na moyo ya utu, wawache kuharibu mali ya watu ambao wanakaa hapa. Lakini yale yote ambayo waliyasema iliingia kwenye sikio ya fisi. Hakuna chochote, jamaa wameendelea kufanya kazi yao ya kubomoa. Mahakama ilitoa uamuzi siku ya Ijumaa. Na siku hiyo ya Ijumaa watu tayari walianza kufanya kubomoa manyumba hapa. Nani alijua ati uamuzi itakuwa namna gani? Walikuwa wameshajua tayari uamuzi itatoka vile ilitoka. Hii yenyewe inaonyesha kwamba mahakama zetu imeshikwa teke. Nilisema juzi ati mahakama na bunge letu kitaifa wameshikwa teke. Mateke wamepinya makende. Sasa tuko na bunge hanithi, haina chochote. Manake bunge yenyewe juzi ilipitisha sheria ya kujinyima nafasi ya kukagua ununuzi ya bidhaa ya umma. Bunge linatakana iwe inatetea mali ya umma. lakini bunge tayari imeshatoa pitisha sheria kusema bunge hawezi kuangalia na kukagua vile serikali inauza mali ya umma. Hakuna haja ya kuwa na bunge. Tuko vile na maspika ambaye wanafanya siasa kiholela. Spika wenyewe wanaongea juu ya mambo ambayo yanakuja mbele ya bunge katika mkutano mahadhara katika kanisa, vile wao wataamua katika bunge. Kwa hivyo hawa maspika yote wawili wa Senate na National Assembly ni wale watu ambaye hawafai wawe kama maspika. Wao ni aibu kubwa kwa taifa la Kenya. Na vile siku hizi mambo inatoka kule Ikulu, unasema ipitishe vile ilivyo, na wabunge hawapewi nafasi ya kuongea vizuri juu ya yale masuala yanayokuja kwa bunge. Kwa hivyo sasa Wakenya hawana kinga. Pande hii bunge mateka, pande nyingine mahakama mateka. Sasa tuko na pahali ambaye anatembea peke yake, hakuna mtu anaweza kuzuia wao kufanya chochote. Ametangaza siku ya Ijumaa na kazi imeanza sasa. Umeona askari wake wako hapa, umeona vile wamekaa kule kama ile mbwa ya ati wanafanya kazi. Hii kazi ya kubomoa mali ya watu si kazi ya askari kulinda. Kuna kazi ambayo inatakana askari wetu wafanye, kupigana na Al-Shabaab na kulinda Wakenya wengine ambao wanavamiwa na uhalifu. Lakini sasa hawa askari wamekuja hapa kutetea uhalifu. Yale ambayo yanafanyika hapa ni uhalifu, ni unyama, ni aibu katika taifa letu la Kenya. Tunalaani vikali kama wanazimio. Asanteni sana.
Boss ameongea.